Okay, so you should now be able to see my screen.
Not yet.
I hope the audio is better than this because I can't really hear much.
Sorry? Say that again? Okay, so can everyone now see my screen?
Yeah. Yes.
So this is standard invite email. This is the sort of invite that you will receive whenever your hotel is invited to an RFP. It contains a variety of information that is important for you to take in. So the property, if you manage multiple properties, then the specific property will be titled up here. Then the name of the RFP, so that will be the corporation name, what type of a bid it is. So sometimes it can be market lead, if you describe the market lead service, or it might be a corporate, or if there's limited invite for a consortium, sometimes it will also say consortium. So it's a good idea to make sure what kind of a bid it is. And the deadline for completing, the rate that is available, or the rate that is appropriate. So this can vary in being last room availability, not last room availability. Some corporates will accept flexible rates, most consortia will accept flexible rates, and the date range for which those rates are going to be acceptable. So the main two are across the calendar year from the start of January to the end of December, and across the financial year from the start of April until the end of March. So that will be detailed there. There's various sections of information. I won't go through them all now because obviously you'll be getting a lot of these emails, so you'll have an opportunity to see it. Mostly you just need to be focused on the RFP inclusion one. So once you receive this email, you've seen which corporate it is, and you decide that you want to bid. The first step for you is to send you a rate that you wish to offer to this client to rfp@supernational.com. So have a look at the rate plan and see what kind of rate they're asking for, and then what rate you wish to bid with. You can then send that to rfp@supernational.com, and we will begin work on your bid. So what happens then is we will receive your rates and we will update the bid. So we'll get the bid started. So that includes putting your rates on the bid and answering all but the custom questions. So an RFP is broken down into two sections, or three sections really. There's the rate section, which is the rate table, which includes the rate that you wish to offer to the client, along with a series of comparison rates. So these rates are your publicly available consortia rate, corporate rate, your consortia net rate, your government or your military rate, your RAC rate, and these are used by corporates to compare how good the rate that they are getting is. So if they see that the rate you've offered them is higher than RAC, obviously they're not going to be very impressed with that. So that becomes a factor in their decision making. Then the other two sections of an RFP, the majority of it is a standardized template. And this is standardized across pretty much all of the industry. And we will take care of all of that for you. So that comprises about 650, there are about 700 questions on the standard RFP, and we will be able to take care of about 650 of those for you. The remaining sections are variable in size, and they are for corporations to add the information that they want. So if in the 650 questions to make up the bulk of an RFP, there isn't a question about, say, whether your hotel, one of the key ones actually for people like Pepsi, they will always ask if you are a Pepsi server. So what does the bar serve? Does it serve Coke or does it serve Pepsi? Now obviously that question wouldn't appear in the standard RFP because no other corporation really wants to know that. So there are these block sections of custom questions that corporations can include so that they can pick up the additional information that they want. And those are the questions that you will complete as part of RFP inclusion. And that's what we're just going to take a quick look at today, the process of taking care of that. just in general, I'll keep everyone muted for the majority of the call because obviously we get a lot of excess background noise, but I'll periodically unmute it and ask if anyone's got any questions. So once you log into Lanyon, if you manage multiple hotels, obviously you'll have to pick a hotel. A little window will come up like this where you can pick which of your hotels you want to work on. And then once you've selected a hotel, this is the overview page that you'll get. So at this point, you will have received an invite email, such as the one that we just looked at in Word. So you will have received this. You'll have sent the rates to us at rfp@international.com. And then we will have worked on your bid. So we'll have put the rates in and we'll have answered all the standard questions that we can for you. And then we will send an email back to you to say everything is complete on our end. Please can you just answer the custom questions and review and approve the bid for submission. So in this case, we've been invited to an RFP called Babu Archer. And we can see that this is in progress. So we've had our email from RFP International to say that they need us to put the custom questions on and check the bid. And so we just click on Edit Bid here in the center, and this will take us into the bid window. And we are presented with a step 2 of 3, complete and verify. And these questions highlighted in yellow are just the questions that we will need to answer to complete the bid section. So let's have a look. Property representative submit information here is correct and binding to the agreement. Yeah. What percentage of staff are bilingual? 85%. How many rooms are non-smoking? All non-smoking. Does the hotel kitchen receive independent hygiene certification? If so, please specify the organisation. Say what's done by local government agency. Is the hotel listed or protected? Has your hotel ever been overrun by blue tongue king? And then we click Save Changes. For instance, if perhaps you had to check on whether there had been an infestation of blue tongue king and you needed to leave that blank, but you had answered all of these, if you choose Save Changes, it will save that information in there. You see that the field go from blue to white. If you then choose Verify, it will just leave you with the one remaining question. So if you've got to go and check that, you can leave it as it is without losing the information you have. So we found out that there's never been a problem with blue tongue skin. So we choose No. And if we just click Next this time, this takes us to the final page of the bid. What we can see, the only other step that you will need to take is to have a look at the rates that have been offered. So these two grey columns are the rate to offer the client, the LRA rate, which is 50, and the non-LRA rate, is also 50. So this hotel does not make a difference between those two things. And whatever comparison rate that the corporation wishes to see will also be listed here. So in this case, the only one that the corporation wishes to see is the government military rate, which is coming in slightly higher than this rate, which is good. The only other thing then to check is that all of the information on the bid is as you would wish it to be. So there's a filtering drop down here, so you can have a look at the mandatory questions. So these are questions that had to be answered. So this is for important information for the client. So in this case, it's basic property information, GDS code, and those custom questions that we just looked at. You can also review all, which will show you the whole bid. In this case, it's going to be about 300 fields. So, and you can have a look and see what information has been put in for the other values to make sure that they're okay. In particular, let's say that Babu Archer is an account that you want to take down. You know that they've got a local office that receives a lot of travellers, but you're not picking up as much of the business as you want. So you want to make a really good offer here. So let's say that you wanted to include breakfast and internet. So we can have a look to see if those things are included. There's a couple of ways to do this. You can just scroll through and try and find them. So we can see here that yes, breakfast is included and that it's a full breakfast. If I just put in wireless, again we can find the wireless questions. You can see that there are wireless in all of the rooms. Normally the rate for it is €3 or £3, but in this case it is included in the rate, so travellers won't pay anything for that. Once you've checked this and you're happy with it, if you're not happy with it and there's something that needs changing, you can let us know. If you know when you send us your rates after receiving your invite now that you're going to specifically want to offer this client something that you wouldn't normally be offering, so if you would normally not include breakfast but you wish to include breakfast this client, if you let us know at that point when you respond to your invite email, we will be able to include doing that as part of our process. All you will then have to do is check at this end. So let's assume that you've checked everything. Your inclusions that you wish to include are there. The rate is correct and the other information is correct. There's a little tick box here to say that I have reviewed the bid, terms and conditions and previous submission. Simply tick that and you pick complete bid. Now when I do it, there'll be an extra window because I am an administrator. You won't get this window. What will happen is you will just be taken back to this page and it will refresh. And this will say approved pending submit, which is as far as you can take it. So as hoteliers, you can approve the bid for submission, and then the team here at International will take care of submitting the bid periodically. We absolutely encourage you to respond to bids as soon as possible. Although sometimes you may be given 3 or 4 weeks to complete a bid, do not wait until the last minute to do it, especially because of the certain peak times. It can take a period of time for us to get to your email. But also just generally if there's a technical problem or you need to research something or you need to check production or something and that's going to take time, delaying your bid beyond the deadline date just looks bad. It looks like the hotel is not prepared and is not really interested in the business. So as soon as you get your invite email, it's best to start working on that, and then you can send us the rates and we can get to work on it straight away for you. And then even if it's very busy for us and it's going to be the next working day for us to do it, then we still have 2 or 3 weeks. We can submit your bid nice and early. We can get you in ahead of the competition. And as long as you're putting in your best rate at first, then you have the best possible chance of not only acquiring new business, but being preferred with your existing business. And that essentially is all of it. Some new bits, if anyone. Okay, does anyone have any questions?
Really, the line is rubbish. I don't hear anything. Never mind.
Sorry, say that again, Therese.
I can't hear very well. I can't hear anything.
Okay, well, I will be uploading a copy of this session onto YouTube. I'll make sure that you get a copy of it so you can review it again and make sure that you picked up everything. And then if you have got any questions, you can let me know via email.
Okay.
Okay. Does anyone else have any questions?
No, just a confession. I'll probably write you as well to have some questions.
Okay, fair enough.
Just for my stupidity. Yeah, but it went well, very well. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, if you do have any questions that you want to send to me, you can send them to mike@supranational.com. Otherwise, thank you for attending, and I look forward to a good RFP season. It shouldn't start to get too busy for a few months yet, but some things will still trickle in. For those of you that haven't done a data form this before, we have a revised data form for RFP inclusion this year that will be going out at the start of next week. And the sooner you can complete that and send it back to us, the sooner we can get everything set up for you. And again, once you get that, if you have any questions, you can just let us know, and we're happy to converse on email and make sure that everything is as it should be. Okay?
Yeah, great.
Excellent. Thanks for your time today, everyone.
Thank you very much.